Action.
Hi. Welcome to Kids Connection. Sorry, just a minute. Just a minute. Oh, how can I help you? Welcome to Westwood. Just kidding. Hey guys, it's me, Katie. I'm here to bring you a check-in training update because we're kicking off the new fall season. I want to make sure we're all set and ready for the group of kids we're going to have. Obviously, I just demonstrated something that you should not do here at check-in, and that would be to stuff your face full of donuts and sip down your last drink of coffee while you're working check-in. That's the last thing you want to do, because as you could see, I couldn't welcome you very well with a mouthful of food. And plus, we have little kids running around. Last thing we need is a hot cup of coffee dumped on a child and messy donut sticky hands. So if you wouldn't mind leaving your refreshments and snacks upstairs and coming downstairs with no food, that would be excellent. That would be great. I thought this might be the easiest way to get information to everybody rather than try to get everybody together. So I hope you'll hang in there with me for a couple of moments while I just share some good information with you. First of all, I wanted to let all of you know, in case you don't know already, that in Kids Connection we won't any longer have 5th graders. I'm very excited to say we're starting a new ministry this Sunday called Linked, and it is for 5th graders through 8th graders, and they will be meeting right down the hallway in the youth wing of the lower level here, same time as Kids Connection. They'll be checking in at 10:30, and they will go for the length of the service as well. So as you can see, our sign up above here now says check in and out for K through 4th grade. So that you're just aware that if a 5th grader comes to the desk, you'll want to refer them down to the Linked Ministry and let them know they're going to have a fabulous time down there with their peers. All kids are going to check in at this main check-in table now. The preschoolers will not check in down the hallway. Since we have less children, there really is not a need to have 2 separate check-in areas. So just a reminder that preschoolers through 4th grade will check in here with their parents. And however, the preschoolers, you can direct them for their parents to take them down the hallway to the preschool room to play for that half an hour between 10:30 and 11 before we get started. Because at 11 o'clock, the preschoolers come in here and they join us for our large group time together. And that's information that I would love for you to share with new families if they'd like to know what the format is and how things go. Let them know that, and that's why I want to share this with you, because you may not all be aware of how we work things on Sunday mornings. So, I do want to remind you though that preschoolers do get picked up at their room. Okay, so just a little recap. Preschoolers check in here. Their parents walk them down to the preschool room to play. At 11 o'clock, they come to the large group to join us for worship, Bible story, activities. And then when small group time comes, their small group leader takes them back to their preschool room for snack, for enrichment activities, prayer, and more play time until their parents pick them up in that room. It's just a more socially and age-appropriate environment for them to be in their own preschool room. Okay? Now, just a couple of reminders for you here at Check-In. First of all, you guys are doing fantastic. I am so thankful for all of you who come down here on a faithful basis. I love having your smiling, warm, welcoming faces here, and you're doing a fantastic job. And so these are just reminders I'm letting everybody know, because it's good to just be reminded of things every once in a while. There's usually the check-in forms here on the clipboards. I don't have them out tonight, but there will be a preschool board, a K through 1st board, and then I think I'm going to have a 2nd through 4th, because that's how we're going to be splitting up our age groups. Another good thing to know in case a parent asks you, preschoolers are in their own small group, kindergarten and 1st graders are in their own small group, and then this year we have a 2nd through 4th grade girls group, and a 2nd through 4th grade boys group. So actually that makes 4, so we'll probably still have 4 clipboards here for everybody to use to check in. When they check in, they can just put a check mark by their name that's on the form here. You don't have to put in the number that corresponds with their card. Just check it off. That's all we need. And if it's a new student who hasn't been here before, have them write in their name, just like you have been doing. You've been doing a great job with that. Speaking of new kids, if we have a new child, always remember that their family is to fill out the yellow form. On the yellow form, there are 2 areas that they need to sign. I've seen that sometimes we've skipped the middle one. So when a parent hands it back to you, please just give it a quick look through to make sure it's completed. The first one here is check-in and check-out procedures. That just make sure that they read and understand that parents must check in their child. And then the promotional release signature at the bottom just means that if I take pictures or video, we're just going to use it to promote Kids Connection within the church and that they give us permission for that. Also, please make sure on their registration forms, there's an area for allergies. Please give this a quick look over because it's very important for us to let the parents know that we do serve a snack. We do try to serve a gluten-free snack, but if there's any other allergies, we need to know that because I don't want to be responsible for anything happening to a child. It's a very important issue that we need to address. Also, new friends will get a bracelet out of the new friend bracelet bucket. This is kind of a nice little gift to give to new children. Plus, it lets us know at a quick glance, if we see a bracelet on a child, we can all tell that it's a new child, and we can take extra special measures to help them feel welcomed. Now, I know some of you say, well, I'm not down here long enough to know if somebody's new or not. If they're checking in and they don't see their names on the board, you are not familiar with them, feel free to say, have you filled out a registration form with us before? If they say no, then say, great, we're so happy you're here. Here, fill this out, and then you know that they need the bracelet. Now, some kids might not see their name on the check-in forms, but they've been here before. I usually wait till they've been here about 2 or 3 times before I put their name in on the computer, and it's pre-printed on the form. So if they don't see it there, tell them, don't worry, we just wait a couple of weeks, because otherwise I'd be adding names all the time, and the list would get long, and not all those kids show up again. Let's see here. Just a reminder that when you serve at the check-in desk, I really need to have you arrive anytime between 10:20 and 10:25. If it's pushing 10:30, 10:35, it's just way too late because families are coming down sometimes at 10:25 to check in their kids. And I'm having to fill in, and really a lot of times it's just Brian and I down here. And so if I'm checking in, then that's one less adult kind of supervising children or taking care of any issues that arise. So please be here no later than 10:25 to start checking. You want to make sure you're wearing your name tag, leaving your snacks and drinks upstairs, come with a smile, and if you could please stay until 11:10. Just because we're getting started here doesn't mean that people are done checking in, because a lot of times I'll be in the middle of praise and worship or doing something, and a family comes and stands here, and none of us know they're there because everybody's facing that way. And then I have to call attention out to them, and it's probably a little uncomfortable for them. So if you can stay till 10 after 11, that would be fantastic. That way we can make sure we get all latecomers if we have any. When you're here at the check-in desk, if you can help me make sure kids stay in the area here, try not to chit-chat with your friends here while there's people at the check-in counter. And one other last thing, actually a couple things. Remember to give everybody a name tag. We do have a friend, Kyle, who's one of the twins, who will not wear a name tag, so don't push the issue. It's not a big deal. They get this number that's on the back of their card in the corner of the name tag. Make sure all parents get this card and let them know they need to show this card to a leader in order to pick up their child. They have to be making that exchange, okay? And one last thing, we will be serving the kids a snack, and so when you look at the forms that are here, count how many kids there are, and I will have a snack set out, and then I'll need you to pour that many cups of snack and just leave them right over here on the counter so that when we go to small group, they can grab the snack and head right to their small groups because they need to fill their tummies a little bit. Otherwise, they can't learn if they're hungry. Speaking of hungry, I'm going to go back to my snack. I hope that this little training's been informative and has brought you up to date on a few things. If you have any questions about anything at all that I just went over, please call me, email me, send me your own video, however you want to do it. But thank you so much for your dedication and your service every month. I really appreciate it. See you later.